what we can do today is we can talk a bit about self-love, self-care. What does that look like? Now, I personally, I struggle with self-love, right? Personally, I am my biggest critic. I'm my only critic, actually. And I get in my head a lot. And, I struggle a bit with the self-love. And obviously, once you do that, that would tend to affect the self-care. So I'm going to ask you, Derek, in terms of self-love, for as a man, we're talking that right now we only deal with men in
Yeah.
terms of self-care. What would you advise in terms of the self-care for men and how men would as a man, how do you love yourself? And it sounds strange, but how as a man do you love yourself and get yourself to the place where you need to be to accomplish your goals and dreams?
Um, how do you get yourself there? That it, it's a whole set of things kind of wrapped up in one. Um, for me, um, I am on a journey right now that kind of kicked off around 2018. I wasn't feeling particularly good about how I felt physically, how I was starting to look physically as well. Um, so I made the decision, joined the gym, big up Twin Gym, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Started working out in there, and then I still wasn't seeing what I wanted to see too, um, at least not quick enough to my mind. So I made another step in that direction, and I invested in having a personal trainer, a guy Ryan Arthur. He
Mm-hmm.
runs Twin Gym. So
Mm-hmm.
by being now since I want to say coming on to the end of 2018, and things kind of hit home for me last year when there was the first lockdown, and they had a
Mm-hmm.
whole set of challenges and stuff going out. And one of the challenges was the artist challenge, and the artist
Right.
was supposed to just post a picture from one of the performances that you would have been involved in, and that impacted you in whatever way, and that you felt good about. And one of the
Mm-hmm.
guys in the group posted a pic of us on stage in Montreal in Toronto, sorry, in 2018,
Mm-hmm.
and I could not believe what I saw of myself in that pic. Right, um, I messaged Ryan the same time. I said, I can't go back to that. I just can't. When that was 260 pounds, um, my joints used to hurt, and it was still active. I was still playing basketball 3 days a week. I still running and everything, but because I wasn't in the gym, I didn't have the my eating habits in order either. Just went up to 260. And you know how Bajans can get.
Oh
Bajans
Lord.
have Bajans have a very unique way of greeting you when they haven't seen you for a little bit. When you get so big, you pause so much
Yes.
weight. You know what I mean? And I found that even while I was on that journey, coming down from 260, it got down to 234. I'm not really sure how much I am now, but I remember coming down on the way down. I was still getting the comments. So you get so big, you put on so much weight. You know what I mean? I realized I had accomplished something when those comments stopped. So
Okay. Okay.
making that investment in, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still not where I would love to be. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I've always made myself a promise that I wanted to take off my shirt on stage for my 40th birthday, but that didn't work out. COVID took care of that. So anybody that's cringing at the thought of me being shirtless, Corona got you covered. So don't worry about it. Um, that's not happening anytime soon, it seems. Um, but yeah, that was a goal of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm still not where I want to be yet, but making an initial investment in a personal trainer and then making that commitment to say, you know what, I'm going to work out 3 days a week. I was still playing basketball 3 days a week. Sometimes I would go to the gym and then go play basketball, or do it the other way, go and play basketball and then go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then at that time too, I was still managing to be able to run and play football and stuff like that with the boys at school. So that was even more cardio during the day. And then we went on a
Shout out
north
Malik.
floor.
Shout out Malik Gillette.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Big at the Arthur Smith boys, man. Big them up. Then I made a commitment to eat a certain way and kind of cut out the flour, cut out the sugar, and then the weight started to come down. So at this season stage of my life, I'm feeling a lot better. Um, Unfortunately, the knee's still a little creaky.
Boy.
Yeah, the knee's still a little creaky. Then you got a little other aches and pains, but I can say that I don't feel no worse for wear. Clothes fit a little bit better, and I felt really accomplished when I was able to go out in public and tuck my shirt in. You know what I mean? That was a big thing for me, being able
That's
to tuck my shirt
a
in.
big thing.
That was a big step for me as a guy who's kind of fought with weight. I've always said I never had an ab, never had a six pack in all my days growing up. So I'm striving to get there. Pushing.
Oh, you can get it, but you know what
Try for four first.
the joke about it is that obviously I knew you when we both was bad and bad when we was sporty and bad looking.
Yeah.
It's just funny to hear you say that you struggled with weight and you made a conscious effort to kind of get that under wraps.
Yeah.
So you're speaking about goal, but basically I want to talk about what is the genesis of it? What's the impetus? What would have, I mean, other than how do you commit yourself to it? I mean, you look in the mirror, you don't like how you look, you don't like how you feel.
Yeah.
And how do you translate that into saying, you know what, Derek, you need to do this for you. You need to take care of yourself and take care of your body. And yeah.
Yeah. At some point, as a man, your pride got to kick in. Um, you gotta be able to look at yourself critically, objectively, dispassionately, and say, you know what, this is what I am. This here look bad. This here really ain't cool. Let me make strive take the steps to correct it.
Mm-hmm.
Not just because you want to look good in your clothes, but the health benefits as well, right? You're able to feel better. You got a little bit more energy because now you're not your heart in laboring. You know what I mean? To kind of, I always said a goal of mine was to be able to, if I had to run to catch a bus, would I be able to run and catch a bus and then sit on the bus and not be blowing until I got to my destination? You know what I mean? So that was something else. Just to carry out everyday tasks. If you find that you're struggling to carry out everyday tasks, you might got a bit of a problem, and you might need to address it. And my pride kicked in for me. Um, just when you look in the mirror, you just don't like where you look, like, you know what I mean? And you can't just have everybody saying we get so big all the time, because Bajans aren't kind. Bajans
No. Especially especially when it comes to and I do agree with the Bajans not being kind, because I think that's one thing I hate we have in our society, right? They're very critical of the choices you make with your body, and I'm not even talking about things that are detrimental to your health, right? Like, if I lose weight, people saying cheese on your waist and weight. If you put on weight,
Yeah.
or you getting some fat. My hair, I I put a little color in my hair. All of a sudden is, why you would do that to your hair? I grow a beard. You look so bushy in that beard. You look so homeless.
Yeah.
Like, like I find, I understand some people we don't like change as Bajans. We don't really like change, but at the end of the day, we are very harsh and we are our own critic. Now, I do agree with, because we can circle back to the health part of it and the self-love part of it, and we can get into the context and how this all relates to relationships,
Yeah.
right? And how all this running about and jumping about and doing things for yourself, taking care of yourself, permeates into a relationship. So for me, as I told you, it's a bit of a struggle for me. I keep saying, I want to be the sexiest bar member when that time comes. So I try my
You're too
best.
far removed. You're so there.
Boy, boy. more behind than in front, they say. Anyhow,
Yeah.
but yeah, so it is for me. It is setting goals. It's just sometimes, man, the challenges of sticking to those goals. The challenge of sticking to those things like in COVID, I bought some equipment. I here working out at home. I'm trying to eat a little better, cutting out certain things. I don't really eat that poorly, but I still do have a sweet tooth. Um,
I was wrong.